What's going on, traders? Welcome back to the channel. Ralphdatrader here, back with another video. Today's video is going to be a short video. There's been a lot of talk in the streets about the trade that happened on the NASDAQ on Thursday. So I just want to give you guys my take on it based off the way that I trade. But before we get into it, as a trader, guys, the first thing we have to know and understand is what setup are we hunting? What setup are we hunting? What setup have you mastered? Are you looking for a buy setup or are you looking for a sell setup? Okay. What pattern are you looking for? Are you looking for the dump coil pump or the pump coil dump? Or the other version of that would be the trap and shift A top B bottom. That is the first thing as a trader that you must understand and that you must have mastered. What setup are you hunting? Buy low setup or sell high setup? And then what is the pattern? Is it the dump coil pump or is it the pump coil dump or the other version, which is the trap and shift A top B bottom? Okay. That is the first thing we must know and we must understand and that we must have mastered before we take any trade. All right. Now let's get into the trade that happened on Thursday. Now I'm just going to give you guys based off the way that I trade and based off of everything that I do. Okay. So first of all, at 4:45 Eastern Standard Time, the NASDAQ did not give me a closing breakout or inside day signal. All right. So I wouldn't even be looking at the NASDAQ. Okay. Even though the NASDAQ is my favorite instrument to trade. And, but it didn't meet my rules, guys. So that is the thing, guys. If it does not meet your rules, don't worry about it. All right. If it does not meet your rules, or if it does not have your daily signal, don't worry about it. There's always going to be more trades. All right. There's always going to be more trades, guys. All right. So now for me, based off the way that I trade, like I said, I did not get a daily signal on the NASDAQ. Okay. So no closing breakout, no inside day. But I want to show you guys how you still could have taken advantage of this trade setup. Because if we go back here, okay, let's just go back. All right to Monday, we had an inside day. Okay. Monday, we had an inside day signal. Tuesday, closed in breakout. So we have shorts driving this market. Okay. We have shorts that are in the market. Wednesday, they break out of the previous day's low once again. We have shorts in the market. Okay. New York session, they pull back. All right. And this is where you guys got to understand market structure. Larger time frame, prices making lower lows and lower highs. Okay. On the bigger time frame, it's making lower lows and lower highs. Now, this market on Wednesday, even though it did not give me a closing breakout signal or a inside day signal, understanding that what I've learned from Stacy, this market has not broken a previous day's high. It is still in breakout. It is still in breakout from Tuesday. Okay, it broke out of the previous day's low on Tuesday, broke out of the previous day's low on Wednesday, pulled back, failed to break a previous day's high level. Okay, heading into Thursday. Thursday is a range reversal day. Okay, now this goes back to what setup are you hunting? Are you hunting buy setup or sell setup? Okay, Wednesday gave you a pump day. Okay, you have your pump. Now, heading into our Thursday New York session, Asian session was coiling sideways. London session coiled sideways, and pay attention to where they're coiling at, right at closing price, and we're right at a previous week's low level. We're still in breakout because no previous day's high level has been broken. On a higher time frame, this market is making lower lows and lower highs. Okay. Coming into the New York session, look at the candles. Look at how these candles are closing. These are momentum candles. Momentum candles. 9:30. When this 9:30 candle closes, it traps all of this volume up top from anybody that was still holding this long trade or anybody that was going long. 930 closes below all these lows, trapping all of this volume. Now at 945, okay, this is typically where I like to take my entries. Now we can see 945 open up and it pulled back with this long wick. Now, what do we do at this point? You fight for the best field, okay? You fight for the best field. Now, I like to take my entries around double zeros and 50s, okay? So you will fight for the best field here. And if we put the EMA on there, okay, you can clearly see that all time frames align with this trade. So this is what Stacy was talking about, okay? But I'm just giving you guys my version on it because, Stacy did his version on it, but I'm just giving you guys my version. This market was still in breakout, okay? No previous day's high level has been broken. So it's still in breakout. We still have shorts driving this market, okay? Higher time frame prices making lower lows and lower highs, okay? The trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. Okay. So you had the pump day, you had a market that coiled sideways, and then you had the dump coming into the New York session. That is simple as that it can get. But I go back to if this isn't your setup, and if you did not get your daily signal, okay, don't worry about it. So if you did get your daily signal, okay, so I guess so if it was a first red day, first green day setup. So if it was an up closing day, you said it was a first green day. How did price behave when it get into your session? Nothing about this is telling you to go long. Nothing about this. Nothing about this is telling you to go long. And like I said, with the EMAs on there, all time frames are telling you to go short. There's nothing about this setup telling you to go long. All right. So that's my version of it, you guys. Just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention based off of the way that I trade, based off of the daily signals that I use. Now, because this did not give me a daily signal, okay, that I like to look for. And like I said, so I wouldn't be looking at it. But let me show you guys something. All right. Let's go here. All right. We're gonna take a look at the uh the Dow Jones on Thursday. All right. That's it. Find something that meets your criteria. The Dow Jones closed in breakout. All right. Closed in breakout on Wednesday. It had a pump day. Same thing. Same thing as the NASDAQ. It's the same thing as the NASDAQ, but the NASDAQ did not give me a closing breakout or inside day signal, daily signal. The Dow Jones gave me a closing breakout. Pump day. Coil in the Asian London session, New York session, you can see the market starts to break down. Okay, right at our previous day's low level, it breaks down. I'm waiting until after 9:30. Okay, 9:30 gives this gravestone doji. Okay, gives this gravestone doji at 9:30, signaling the end of the uptrend. 9:45 is my entry. Everything about this met my criteria. Now, if we put the EMAs on there, it's the same thing. All time frames are telling me to short this market. Okay. All time frames is telling me to short this market. This met my criteria. My favorite instrument I like to trade is the NASDAQ. It did not meet my criteria. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. If it doesn't meet your criteria, then don't worry about it. I had a closing breakout signal. It pumped up. Okay. Had the pump day, coiled all the way into the session, wait until after 9:30. Gravestone doji. All right. You don't know what a gravestone doji means. It means you're unalive. The uptrend is unalive. Okay. It's over with. Boom. 200-point drop. I'm only looking for 50 to 100 points. That's all I need, guys. Now, let's check out gold on a Thursday. Let's look and see what gold did on Thursday. Let's go with gold. For those of you that like to trade gold, okay? What did gold do on Thursday? Gold gave me my daily signal, inside day daily signal. Gold also gave a signal on the day, broke out of the previous day's high on the day, pumped up. Okay, it pumped up on Thursday itself, inside day daily signal. Okay, you had the pump during the coming into the London session, had a market that gave a signal on the day, breaking the previous day's high level, pumped up in the London session, okay? Pumped up heading into the London session. All right. Now this market begins to coil sideways coming into our New York session. Okay. Coming into our New York session. Now you can see that the market starts to go down. All right. It's starting to go down. This one big candle here at 9:15 traps volume up top. Now I'm waiting into after 9:30. All right. 9:30 pulls back, gives me another bearish candle here, giving me equal highs right here. All right. 10 a.m. club. All right. This one candle here is probably over 100 points. I know it's definitely over 50, but this is over 100 points all the way back. All right. You're looking at about 130 some points. So everything about gold met my uh met my rules, guys. So just find an instrument that meets your rules. And if it does not meet your rules, don't stress about it. There's always going to be more trades. Don't stress about it, guys. It's better to preserve capital than to lose capital. Do not wreck your brain over a trade setup if it does not meet your rules. All right. So the NASDAQ trade, if you took the trade, if it met your entry criteria, kudos to you. Great job. All right. But in this video, I just wanted to give you guys my version of the trade that happened on Thursday. Now, the setup, the pump and dump setup that I looked for, it was there. But the only thing that it was missing was the daily signal. Okay. It was missing the daily signal. But knowing that this market is still in breakout, okay, it's still in breakout for those that don't understand. The market was still in breakout. Shorts were still driving this market. No previous day's high level was broken. Shorts are still driving this market. We just had a pullback day. Market pumped up. All right. Gave the pump day on the Wednesday. Coiled sideways right at our previous week's low level. Coming into our New York session. Puts in a higher high and begins to collapse. All right. But like I said, it did not have an inside day or closing breakout daily signal for me. Okay. So gold in the US 30 did. So that's all you got to do, guys. Go with what meets your criteria. Do not stress about a trade setup. Every time Stacy posts a trade setup, guys, do not get upset about a trade setup. All right. If it does not meet your rules, don't worry about it. All right. That's all I got for you guys today, man. Let's have a great week coming into this week. Follow your rules. All right. Follow your rules. Stay disciplined. All right. Be patient and be fearless. All right. So that's all I got. Peace and love. Have a good one. And remember, work hard, stay disciplined, be patient, and know that your time will come. And be the reason someone smiles today, fam. Be the reason someone